Hello dear student, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video we will see the concept of E and Z nomenclature. Oftenly in the question paper it has been asked to assign an E and Z nomenclature for 1 mark, and I have taken some examples from Pune University previous year question paper and we will see how to solve them. So very first thing to know is that in this nomenclature don't make a mistake in Z and E. So Z means cis and E means trans. And how to remember that? Say alphabetically when you will see C comes first, A, B, C, D, and Z comes last. So these two are same. It means zusammen. In German it means together. And E, so A, B, C, D, E, and then in middle it comes T. So once you know this C, Z, these are the first and last alphabet, and this E and T. So trans, and E it means antogen. It again it means it is opposite. So Z they are same and E it is opposite. So we will see certain examples. So this was the example asked in April 2022 in Pune University. There were 3 examples. So we will see very first example. In this we have to firstly assign the priorities. So it should be a geometrical isomer, a carbon-carbon double bond. There you can assign the priorities. And now in this case you can see hydrogen it is linked with the carbon and CH3 it is linked with the carbon. Here you have to assign the priorities. So carbon will have a first priority and second priority it will be for a hydrogen. So see the next carbon. Now next carbon it is having first priority for CH3 and second priority for the carbon. So it is as per the atom which is present on the carbon, and see which is having the highest molecular weight. See here carbon it is having the highest molecular weight, so we have chosen this one, and this is the least priority group, so 2. So these two first priority groups they are on the same side, so this isomer, geometrical isomer, it becomes an Z. So when you are being asked E and Z, just write Z isomer. If you write only question number and if you assign only a Z isomer, you will not get a marks. So you have to draw the structure and assign the priorities for that purpose. So now we will see the second example. So for this you will get 1 mark, and again write the structure which is given in the question paper. We will assign the priorities. So obviously this will have the first priority and this will have a second priority. Now in this case both are the carbons, but after carbon it is having oxygen and after carbon it is having a hydrogen. So oxygen molecular weight it is high than the hydrogen. So this will have the highest priority and this will have the least priority. Again you can see that the priority groups they are on the same side of an carbon atom. So this isomer it becomes a Z. This was the third example from same question paper. Now when you are assigning the priorities, see where is the location of double bond. So here it is a location of a double bond in carbon number 1 and carbon number 2. So firstly assign the priorities. Very simple trick is that you know hydrogen is always having a least priority. So 2 it will be for hydrogen and 1 it will be for a bromine. Now in this case chlorine, and here it is a carbon and again it is a carbon. So here it is CH2 and CH3. Some students they are calculating a molecular weight. Don't calculate the molecular weight, see the connectivity. This double bonded carbon it is linked with the carbon, and double bonded carbon again it is linked with the halogen, that is chlorine. So molecular weight of chlorine it is very high, it is almost 35.5. So this will have the first priority and carbon will have a second priority. Though it is a longer chain, it will not have the highest priority because directly linked atom we have to see. Now in this case you can see both the highest priority atoms they are on opposite to each other. It means they are opposite to each other, it becomes an E. It means it is a trans isomer. Now there are questions from October 22, 2022 from SPP University again. See in this example, you cannot see the next priority group. Though it is not shown, but one thing you remember that carbon has always a valency of 4. See the valency of carbon, it is always 4. So here are only 3 bonds, 1, 2 and 3. So fourth one is hydrogen. Though it is not shown, but it is actually there is an hydrogen. 1, 2, 3 and fourth one is an hydrogen. So in this case now again you have to assign the priorities. For assigning the priorities, you know the list is hydrogen. Obviously chlorine will be 1 and list will be again an hydrogen. Same priority groups are on the same side of a carbon-carbon double bond. So it becomes a Z isomer, that is cis. Now in this case, bromine, it is having a higher molecular weight. It is almost 79. So bromine will have the highest priority. Chlorine, it is a least priority group. Here chlorine will have a highest priority because second one is carbon linked with a carbon-carbon double bond. So this will have the least priority. Again, you can see that same priority groups are on the same side of a carbon-carbon double bond. So it becomes a Z isomer. In this way, you have to write in a question paper. If you are just writing question 1A and just you are making a notation of Z or E, you will not get a mark certainly. Examiner will see whether the student is knowing how to write the priorities and how to assign the priorities, and based on the priorities what the conclusion he is making. So you have to write in this manner. The third one example. Now the third example, it is little bit confusing. Student may make a mistake in this. Now we will see this part. Here it is having a carbon and after that it is having a oxygen. There are 2 oxygen and a hydrogen. It means it is a carboxylic acid. And here again it is having a carbon. There are 2 oxygen and plus CH3 it is having linked with an oxygen. It means it is an ester. So after oxygen it is having a carbon and after oxygen it is having a hydrogen. So as per the priority rule, carbon will have the highest priority because it is having a higher molecular weight. So I will mark it as 1 and mark it this as a 2. Now here student may make a mistake. See here at both the cases there are carbons. Both the cases there are carbons, and in this case after the carbon there is a double bond. After carbon there is a double bond and here is only a single bond. So here while assigning the priorities, carbon-carbon double bond has the highest priority than a single bond, and carbon triple bond will have the more highest priority than a double bond. So you have to assign here 1 and here 2. What students usually do, so they usually calculate a molecular weight directly. So if you calculate the molecular weight, certainly this group will have a less molecular weight because it is having less 2 hydrogens than this group. So don't calculate a molecular weight. Carbon-carbon double bond will have the highest priority in this case, and carbon-carbon single bond will have the least priority. So the same priority groups are on the same side. So this it becomes again a Z kind of an isomer. Hope you like the video.